faculty left double angle bracket faculty of food technology right double angle bracket department left double angle bracket technology of food products right double angle bracket discipline left double angle brackets sanitation and hygiene in livestock facilities right double angle bracket lecture 4 left double angle bracket animal transport right double angle bracket Есенқұлова Ж Ж Cand. Of Agricultural Science, ASOC. Prof. Lecture Plan 1. Transportation Standards according to the OIE Code of Terrestrial Animals 2. OIE Requirements for Vehicles for Transporting Animals by Land 3. OIE Requirements for Vehicles for Transporting Animals by Land. Transportation standards according to the OIE Code of Terrestrial Animals. The duration of transportation should be minimal. Loading and unloading of animals should be carried out by competent personnel, taking into account the behavioral characteristics of animals. Transportation must be carefully planned. Loading of animals is not allowed until the formation of a complete package of documents. Transportation. The need for food and water, patient care, rest periodicity, inspection at stops, unloading. Take into account fatigue, care for sick and injured animals, humane killing. Duration of the transportation. The duration of transportation should be minimal. Loading and unloading of animals should be carried out by competent personnel, taking into account the behavioral characteristics of animals. Transportation must be carefully planned. Loading of animals is not allowed until the formation of a complete package of documents. Transportation. The need for food and water, patient care, rest periodicity, inspection at stops, unloading. Take into account fatigue, care for sick and injured animals, humane killing. Dehydration and thirst, a serious problem for pigs and birds, and less serious in the case of ruminants. The SCAR acts as RESERVOIR left double angle bracket loading and unloading of animals. Equipment. Minimize the effect of distractions! Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. Reflections, dark entrance, dead end chains and other swinging objects on ladders, uneven floor surface, slope grinding of pneumatic equipment, metal doors, fan, air jet. OIE requirements for vehicles for transporting animals by land designed taking into account the type, size and weight of animals, no sharp edges or protrusions, the optimal angle of inclination of the loading platform, non-slip, and sufficiently durable floor elements of protection against weather conditions, eliminates the possibility of animal flight litter for the absorption of urine and excrement, and prevention of slipping, especially young animals. Right parenthesis thorough cleaning and disinfection, sufficient space, and internal height of the body ventilation system, to maintain optimal thermoregulation. Staff responsibility. Planning a trip. According to the OIE code, readiness of animals for transportation, choosing a road route type and duration of transportation type and maintenance of the vehicle, required documentational located spaces, schedule of stops on the way, feeding and watering, inspection of animals on the way, prevention of diseases, procedure in emergency situations, weather forecast. Transportation in extreme temperature conditions is unacceptable at certain times of the day. Right parenthesis the period of overload from one type of transport to another type of transport. Who is responsible? Animal owners, freight forwarders, driver, transport companies, competent authorities, veterinarians. Competence of the staff. What do I need to know during transportation? How to handle animals during loading/unloading. What are the requirements for the transportation of certain types of animals? Norms of area per animal's heat, impact of climatic conditions. How to regulate ventilation. How to clean and disinfect vehicles. What are the signs of stress and poor health? How to take care of sick or injured animals. Keeping itinerary and other journals. Accompanying documentation, transportation plan and contingency plan, date, time and place of loading/unloading, veterinary certification, animal identification, allowing animal tracing, detailed information about risky animals, rest schedule on the way, information about watering and feeding before departure, estimation of loading density in boxes and containers, logbook, results of examinations, morbidity, death, measures taken, climatic conditions, stopping points, duration of transportation, distance traveled, feed and water, medicines and mechanical accidents. Transportation of birds. The main problems: removal of birds from poultry farm premises, injuries and stress, pain in the legs of broilers/turkeys, fractures in laying hens, heat stress in meat breeds of birds, hypothermia in chickens whose egg-laying period has ended, duration of transportation, availability of feed and water. Welfare of cattle. The main problems: cattle are socially organized animals. Avoid crowding and isolation. Caution when handling a calf in the presence of a cow. Loading and unloading. The use of goads and chases. Traces of blows with a stick and bruises. Bad platforms. Udder. Overcrowding in lactating cows. Calves fattened for slaughter cannot lie down. Poor bedding and too high density of animals per unit area. According to the code, the individual space of adult bulls is 6m². Welfare of cattle. What's wrong in this photo? Welfare of sheep and goats. The main problems. Goats and sheep are socially organized animals. Fear during loading and unloading. Avoid anything that can hurt, excite or frighten people and dogs. Right parenthesis. Sheep get crowded when excited. Aggressive behavior. Heat stress. Feeding during rest stops. After feeding, they may not drink for up to 6 hours. Transport or not. Sick and wounded. Long gestation periods. Newborns, for example, dairy calves, not yet weaned from the uterus. You should never transport animals that they may give birth during transportation. Gave birth during the previous 48 hours of transportation. Newborns whose navel has not yet healed. Never transport. Sick and injured animals, excluding those cases when wounds of a light nature. The animal can rely on all 4 legs, can independently walk. To transport. The animal needs immediate veterinary care. Bibliography. Management and welfare of farmer animals. U4 Animal Welfare Series. Wiley-Blackwell Methods to Analyze Agricultural Commodity Price Volatility, the Production Technology of Functional Food Products from Raw Materials of Plant and Animal Origin. Thank you for your attention. Consultations. Almaty, Reinbeck Ave. 348 Building 2,208.